This HC Sports segment is brought to you by the Genaud team, specializing in buying and selling of equestrian properties in the greater Denver, Colorado area. The Genaud team brings the same passion they have for horses to their clients. Go with the equestrians, contact the Genaud team, and find the horse property of your dreams.
Welcome to HC Sport. I'm Sue Burry with Horse Connection Magazine's Equestrian Lifestyle channel, and today we're profiling the young riders and the ones to watch. Today I'm here with Guy McIlvaine, who's HC's global correspondent, and he's going to be profiling those riders.
Sitting here with Hunter Holloway from Equeventure Farm, 16-year-old aspiring young professional, still riding as a junior. Actually went to Europe this year from a very experienced and respected show jumping family. Her mother is a Grand Prix rider, as is Hunter, riding in today's Grand Prix, in fact. So, Hunter, I wanted to ask you real quick, what are your goals and aspirations for show jumping?
Well, eventually I'd love to go to the Olympics, but it's a far-off goal. You know, I have a long ways to get there, but just to keep improving and keep going to more international shows and get more involved in team events and keep showing and representing the U.S., hopefully, in more events.
And in fact, she represented the U.S. in Europe this year. Can you tell us a little bit about what you did?
Yeah, I went to Europe for the CSIOY, which was a young riders competition in Europe, and they took the top 5 riders, junior riders from America to Europe to represent the USA in a young riders competition there. It was Nations Cup format, and I took 2 horses over. One I did the team competition with, and the one I did the individual competition with.
That's fantastic. So seeing as how this is a very competitive sport, you've got a village behind you, so to speak, in Equeventure Farm. How does that give you an advantage to be successful in the sport of show jumping?
You know, it really does truly take a village, and my whole family has been behind me my whole life and supported me throughout my journey as an equestrian. And, you know, they've always led me in the correct direction and driven me and helped find me the right horses and give me the right events that I needed to go to get myself out there and to show and represent my barn and my horses and the proper training and help.
Well, thank you very much, Hunter, and I have no doubt you will be successful. Thank you again.
Thank you.
I'm sitting here right now with Brandon Howard. We're at the Colorado Summer Horse Circuit. Brandon's been very successful on his Grand Prix horse. He's about to ride this afternoon, so we thought we'd sit down and ask him a few quick questions. So, first of all, Brandon, what are your goals and aspirations to do in show jumping?
I'd love to be a professional, compete on the Grand Prix circuit, maybe even compete at the World Equestrian Games for South Africa, since it would be a lot easier for me to qualify. But I'd love to just anything with horses.
So your mother was a very successful rider from South Africa, and now you both live in Texas. So do you plan to do this with your current mount?
Yes, sir. He's only 7.5 right now, so I've still got a long time on him before I have to stop riding him. So I'm hopefully the big goal right now that I would love to achieve is the World Equestrian Games in 2018 in Wellington, but it's a big goal. So.
Do you have a lot of other horses at home? How do you plan on getting your start as a professional?
I only have one horse at the moment. We have a horse that's hurt at home, but he's out for another 2 months, and we can start bringing him back. But he only can jump like 3 foot because he hurt himself. So.
Okay. Do you go to school right now?
Yes, sir. I attend the 12th. I'm about to go into 12th grade at Flower Mound High School. I'm looking into doing online school for my last year, though. So hopefully that works out for me.
All right. So just so we get to watch you and your mount, give us your horse's name again.
MTM Balvino.
It's a fantastic horse. You're going to see a lot of Brandon in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I'm sitting here with Brooke Cudmore of the world-famous Heartland Farm. Everyone probably knows the Cudmores, as they've probably supplied half of America with horses. So, Brooke, I'm curious, what are your goals and aspirations?
Well, obviously want to be a professional one day, but for now, just working on riding lots of young ones and trying just to sell as much as possible.
So, with all those young horses, what has that taught you, and does that give you an advantage in the ring?
Yes, I have gotten to ride so many different horses and different types that most people wouldn't even get to. I could ride a different horse every day when some people ride the same ones all the time. So I think that's an advantage. You get to practice more.
So it's a hard act to follow in your mother's footsteps. What are your plans for that, and do you guys have a plan for you to succeed your mother in the show ring?
Yeah, Karen's definitely a hard one to follow. She's good. I try to be like her, but it's hard.
When did she start riding? Do you know?
She started riding when she was younger, but had a family that was not into riding at all. They liked golfing, and that was about it. And so she did everything herself and did not have a background like me where I got to be born into a horsey family. She had to do it all herself and didn't even, barely knew what Grand Prix were until she was 18, and then started riding, some real horses when she was 20. So that's how old I am now, and I've been getting to do it for the past 15 years. So.
Yeah, and I think that's truly the best experience you can have, because if you're starting with the young horses, you know a horse from the ground up, and I'm sure that you know that, and I'm sure you will be successful. And thank you for sitting with us here today.
Thank you very much.
I'm sitting here today with my own daughter, Genaud McIlvaine. Speaking for myself, she comes from a very horsey family, third generation rider, horse breeder, trainer, etc. She wants to make a living out of being a professional in the sport, and I wanted to ask her today what advantages she sees in being part of a third generation family in horses, and how that has helped her.
Well, there's just the general understanding of horses and dedicating your entire life to horses, which a lot of people wouldn't understand if you didn't come from a horsey family. Also, it gives you a really strong base and backing and a lot of support and a group of fantastic horses, and so it's overall, I guess, a better way to experience the sport, or a different way to experience the sport.
Do you see a pathway for your goals and objectives? First, what are your goals and objectives?
I hope to compete in the Olympics one day. That's a far-off goal also, much like Hunter. But I have a big passion for horses in general, and I want to become a renowned horsewoman and continue competing in the sport for my whole life. And it's been something that I've been dreaming about doing since I was a little kid, so it's kind of exciting that I'm actually embarking on this journey.
So, seeing as how you may not have some of the advantages that a lot of people in this sport do, namely a lot of money behind you, you do have a lot of horses behind you. How do you work that to your advantage and be competitive with some of these people that are, it's an international sport?
Well, it's definitely makes it more of a long-term goal. I'm not going to be able to go to the Olympics tomorrow, but it'll be something that I, with a strong backing and the support from the family and selling and buying of horses or breeding horses, it's like a longer way of competing or completing the same goal.
Right. Well, thank you very much, and good luck in today's Grand Prix.
Thank you.